This is gonna be a crap. Stupid Stream Deck. Those that are out here listening, just kind of coming out here a little early to check things out. Since we did change our branding a little bit, stream name as well. So, hey, look at there. I want to listen to see if I can hear anything. Listen to see if I can hear anything. Listen to see if I can. Yes, I can. All right, all right, all right. Mod view. Hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome to anybody that wants to show up a little bit early. I appreciate it. Trying to get this thing figured out. For some reason, my stream deck is not stream decking. So, what to do, what to do, what to do. I shall be back momentarily. For those of you that are joining me out here a little early, I'm just kind of checking things out a little bit. Trying to see how things is. For some reason, my stream deck is not playing nice. I can still do everything through OBS, but I don't like having to. Sometimes my screen is partially blocked by garbage I've got on my desk here, so it's so much easier just to hit the stream deck, but we'll see what happens. So I appreciate you if you're coming out a little early. I know we're about 30 minutes early before the game actually starts, but I always like to get out here just to see what's going on. So bear with me. Uno momento while I go reboot my stream deck. All right. Stream Deck rebooting. Let's see if it does anything. Doesn't look like it's doing anything now. The stuff I have to go through. Like I'm just going to have to go old school on it. Kind of disappointing. So I like to give shout outs and stuff automatically, but oh well. Do. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome one, welcome all. Not sure who. Do a test here because I get very nervous when I just check. Checkity check check. Check. I like it. All right, so seems like it's working. Now let's check out some of our other Stream Deck stuff. Like we got 32 minutes. Wonder how soon people will start coming to the stream. If everybody remembers how many people are going like, I'm not going to that stream. I don't even know who they are. Not realizing that we changed slightly. All right. Let's see what I want to do. Tools, my overlays. Monkey. Monkey's rating. Woo. Thank you, sir. I just confirmed. I didn't even have to do it myself, man. I didn't have to do it myself. I was just getting ready to test. And here comes Monkey, and he already ran my test for me. I appreciate that, brother. Woo. I'm going to have to do this. I hate doing it manual. Oh, oh no. Say it isn't so. Let's go in here. My custom commands are there. Mm-hmm. So that's no bueno. Why? That's going to be extremely disappointing to me. If I can't do a cheer, let me go. Yeah, let me go one of my other chat commands and see if one of these things, one of my custom. Let's go. Oh man, this is gonna be no bueno. I thought I had this fixed because I had the stream elements reconnected to my channel. Oh. And this fix this one. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. YouTube's fine. Save that. Uh, Next, Twitter. There we go. Yes, I missed a whole bunch of stuff here. Okay. Yeah, we don't need any of this stuff. Live. All right. We got that. That. It seems like everything is set up correctly, but my chat commands don't want to go anywhere. Ay, 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 ay. Anybody out there? Appreciate you guys coming by a little early. I'm just out here making sure that some things at least work because we did update our channel name, but now it seems that my various commands are broken and not working. So I don't know what's up with that. So I'm going through a detail. It's got everything updated here on Stream Elements, so I don't know why it's connected. Make sure. Channels. Don't need any of that. Don't need any of that. If I have to. If I have to redo my access token. I don't think I do. Because it's automatically connected already. You're such a knucklehead, dude. Yeah. We call Marvin the Martian to get in his space modulator. So it's got the correct account and all the other good stuff. So it's definitely connected. Again, I'm going to run another. I know you just came in, Monkey. When you did the raid, it showed the alert as expected. So, but I'm just going to do a. Let's do a cheer. So it's definitely connected. So I'm good there. But I don't know why my chat commands aren't working. Can I? They don't even have a test thing here where you can run a test command. You just have to run it in your channel, I guess. That was a test alert, by the way, Monkey. So totally okay though. Hey, do me a favor, Monkey. Do try to do the Lord Gazuma shout out that I just did. That the exclamation SO-LG. See if it works for you. Maybe it's because me. Yeah, see, it's not doing it. It's supposed to. That should send out the Lord Gazumba alert that I have. So I'm not 100% sure. There we go. Timers. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, the timers should be running, although it's not gonna. It takes like a half hour or so before. Yeah, I'm really not sure. Something broke, and it's because obviously we changed our stream name. But when I go into Stream Elements and log into my dashboard, it's got the new channel name. It's still got all the other stuff associated with it. The alerts and everything are working, so it's connected fine. So I don't know why. I wonder if I just add a new chat command. I'm gonna try another one here. I'm gonna create one that's a duplicate of new command. Moderator. Activate command. So now let's try. Yeah, see, it's none of my chat commands are working, so that kind of bums me out. But that's okay. We'll get it figured out. Hey, so let's see if this works. Nothing. Nothing. it is. Stream elements. I'm just doing a quick search here just to kind of to see what's going on. Appreciate anybody that's coming in a little bit early and hanging out with us. Just trying to figure out some of my stream element stuff on why it's not working after we did our name change. It's the least of my concerns. Everything else seems to be working okay. Even my newfangled camera's working fine. Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, let's try this. Go to the dashboard. Channel. Join channel. Okay. Now let's try. There we go. Let's try. Bang. Ha ha ha. There are some smart people on Reddit. I'm just saying. I didn't even know what that part channel was. Now I know. Woo-hoo. And I can do this. You was streaming science and technology? What? Look at you. Are you not in the you're just chatting, you're not talking. Is that what it is? Or you can't hear me talking in the stream? Okay. Nice. Pretty awesome. By the way, Mr.
That's the
Moderator.
joke.
I
Yes.
sorry.
You said your wife said it's okay for the operation, right?
Now, I added 2 VIPs to our channel. So
Oh, very good.
yeah, Agomarind and Cannibal. I added
Oh,
them
yeah.
VIPs.
Yeah. Cannonball certainly
Yeah,
deserves
for real.
all the time.
Dude, man, my stream deck is like shit the bed on me or something, man. It's really
No,
annoying.
I didn't stream signs. I just did it because I was trying to stream at work while I was waiting for recess
Oh,
for the
okay.
kids to come out. So I used my camera to my phone to see what would happen, and
Nice.
I took a picture of the pavement for about 25 seconds, and then that's the video that's saved for some reason. So the two people have looked at it. I just thought that was funny. So it doesn't look like Corvus is going to be here.
What?
Yeah, read the thing up there.
Uh-uh.
Hover over his phone.
In general?
No, it's over his phone on the right side of the column where all the people are on your channel.
Oh.
Take your mouse and hover over.
Yeah, it just says if you're waiting on me in something, sorry, got a lot going on. That's what he always says. He's always got shit going on. Dude's busy, man. For a young kid, he's busy. He's got a good job though, but not something I'd want to do.
Does it involve jumping out of a cake?
No, it involves him. He's a roadside worker. He's out there doing the what's the word I'm looking for? The dudes with the telescopes and shit like that, surveying.
Surveying, you mean? Oh, that's not a bad job. It's pretty
Yeah.
easy.
Oh, it's not a hard job, but it's just like he's always all over the place. I remember we used to, because he was one of my face-to-face players.
It's just a time-consuming job where you have to.
Yeah.
It's a lot of adjustments and precisions that you have to.
Yep. He's a face-to-face player of mine, and he was always late. We used to laugh so hard when he made it on time. We're like, wow, must be something going on because he's here on time. Ooh. Well, I'm glad I actually showed up a little early, so I need to make sure things are working. For those of you that are just arriving now, or we got about another 15 minutes or so before we go live. I appreciate it. Like I always say, go grab your favorite snack, grab your beverage of choice, come put your feet up, get a good seat before the good seats are all gone.
Yeah, I had to ask because I didn't know we were streaming today or it's next Friday. I don't know when the Fridays are.
Yeah. That's why we should just play every Friday, but people can't do that. So, and my wife would kill me.
No, I think every other Friday is good because it gives you time to prep and then gives something that people look forward to.
Exactly.
Because sometimes once a week, if you're playing a really long campaign, like I've been playing this one Saturdays and this other one on Sundays.
Yep.
And I like playing them, but there are days where it's like, oh man, I really got to get this done. And
yes, it doesn't show you on there, but it's weird. I got my Stream Deck working. I just unplugged it and replugged it back in, and I was playing around with it and got it working. So it doesn't even doesn't have you in there. It's kind of weird.
Me? What would I be doing in there?
Well, no, because when you hit the Stream Deck, I can see a list of people that are.
Oh, you have a program to see a list of people.
Yeah. It's like cool. When I want to do shout outs from my Stream Deck, I hit the shout out key, and then it gives me a list of people that are viewers, and then I just hit that viewer, and then it'll send the shout out to them. Same thing with Raiders, but it doesn't have anybody in there. That's weird.
I have to redo my whole deck because I uninstalled Stream Labs and I installed just OBS.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Which I'm liking.
I'm gonna see if this breaks. So I've been fighting with the Stream Deck folks because it's like I can't really edit anything. Hey, that's what I'm saying, Sam. I look at the list of folks and it doesn't show the whole list right now anyway. So I'm not really sure what's going on. But it shows that it's connected to the right stream, so let's hope that. Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, sometimes it's really behind, and then like I'll check it like halfway through the stream, and all of a sudden it'll be just full of everybody. But like right now, it's just not showing. All right. Yep. So it's showing 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 users and 2 moderators. So I should see like 6 people in there, but it doesn't even show them all. It's bizarre. But anyway, I've been fighting with the Stream Deck folks because when I try to edit something on one of my buttons or add something, like for example, I changed my my Twitter name, right? Instead of Perrinland, now it's switched over to Agora Quest, and so I had to remove in my Stream Deck. I had to remove the Twitter link, and I tried to add it. But when I do that, like if I add or edit anything other than what I have right now, it just locks and freezes, and I have to literally use Task Manager to kill the process.
Are you
And
saying that your deck has just hard copied the identity of the Twitter? You have to hit the
well, no,
default.
that's what you do when you're on your Stream Deck, right? You add, like, you can go in and add any Twitch accounts that you want, and then you can do whatever you want with your various accounts. So in my case, I only have one Twitch account. I've got one Twitter account that I use for this. And so, but when I try to add or edit anything, it crashes. Like, there's a button that I have set up to send out a tweet. Well, in order to send out a tweet, you have to link your Twitter account that you want to send the tweet to. But when I try to add the new account, it just locks. If I try to change the image of one of the buttons, it opens up the image picker and it just locks, and I can't do anything, right? There's ways I can get around it, right? There's ways to add images or change the images of the Stream Deck button without opening up the pop-up window with the picker. But it's just a little more convoluted because now I got to click add from file, and then I have to browse on my computer to where the files are and then pick the one I want. And it's a pain in the ass. I'd much rather just have the pop-up with a list of all the pictures that I can look at and just select it right off of that. But it keeps freezing on me. And I've been working with these guys for probably a month now. It's been going on. Sometimes it works fine. Other times it just freezes and locks. Like today, I'm trying to re-add my new Twitter, and every time I tried to do it, it would pop up and it would lock. Yeah. Hey Jay, how you doing, man? Appreciate you taking time out of your busy day. But yeah, so I just been working with these guys trying to get it fixed, and I've done everything they asked me to do, up to and including uninstalling some of my VPN software and validating all of my my firewall rules and everything, man. It's like I gave them a complete crash dump of the app, and they went through it all and like, yeah, we saw this, that, and the other thing, and you should try this, and nothing. So I don't know what the deal is.
Did you try? Did you try to tell them, "Do you know who I am?" approach?
I was gonna do that. Oh, hey, looky there! Now it popped up finally. So let's try. So it just, like I said, it's very finicky. But I just got it to open up from my Twitter account. So let me see if I can get my tweets on. It'll take me a little bit to kind of make sure everything is converted over and everything's working as expected. But for the most part, I think I'm okay.
I like that emote. These.
Yeah, I know. I love that. These nuts.
I'm gonna try one with Tig Bitties.
I appreciate everybody out there coming in a little bit early to check us out. You get to see a little bit of the pre-shit show before the shit show actually arrives. So hold on to your hats, kiddies. Right now it's just me and Monkey, so it could be a long night if my other players don't show up.
You're like,
oh yeah, I forgot. Dude, it's just you and me in Discord, man. So
like, Zadkill, what do you want to do?
The only problem is Zadkill is in our first edition game.
That's why I said it.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
Part of the shit show.
Yeah, right. Yeah, when your players can't remember what character they're using for this game, but so yeah, so hold on to your hats, man. Let's see how this works. I'm gonna shut that down. My camera's still going. Got my notes handy, kinda, sorta.
Dang, man, I had a long night last night.
What's that, sir?
No, I'm just tired. I'm gonna stay up, but I had a long night last night. We had a big concert last night. It's a good turnout. Oh yeah, man.
Nice,
the kids
man.
did awesome. I don't want to brag,
cool.
but they were the best out of all the groups that were there.
Yeah, no bragging at all. So.
I mean, there's a reason why the administration wants my group to always sing at all the big events. So I mean, I'm just saying.
All right. Oh, dude, Sam, that is it. That is it. But you have to get one of those setups so that when you're snoring, it's like you're snoring right into their ear or stuff. And if you're like going like, it gets like right in their ear. So you need to get one of those things, man. So, and a hot tub.
You got to improvise. That is the sound of the dragon about to kill his character.
Make him feel at home. Exactly. Makes him feel at home. There we go.
And wakes up and he's like, "Oh no, he's dead."
Well, I do appreciate everybody showing up a little early. For those that did not see or have not followed, as you can see, we have switched our name from Parentland Adventures to Agora Quest, just out of an abundance of safety. I don't foresee anything ever happening, and some of my followers have actually read through the WotC terms and stuff, and they're pretty sure that as long as you're providing stuff to the internet for free, it's no big deal. But my concern is that now it's technically not free, because although you're here for free, you do have the option to subscribe. And I just didn't want somebody to get a wild hair up their ass and come down and say, you cannot use that name and profit off it in any way, shape, or form, and we cease and desist you.
Well, they'll take your funding first.
Yeah,
That's what they'll
exactly.
do. And they'll do it. They'll do it because it's money.
Oh, of course they will. Of course they will, because if they're going broke, my $100 paycheck that I get every 3 months or whatever it is probably going to really get them out of bankruptcy. But
yeah,
but out of abundance of caution, we switched to Agora Quest. Exactly, Sam. Exactly. So I've been thinking about this. To be honest with you, I really wanted to go with Fat Guy Gaming, because I'm always saying, that's like my nickname for myself. I'm always like, fat guy gotta eat. Don't mess with the fat guy. So I was gonna do Fat Guy Gaming, but unfortunately, somebody has the name Fat Guy Gaming, and they're not even a streamer, man. Not one nothing. They just have a name, Fat Guy Gaming. I'm like, why do you have a name?
I haven't used it for streaming yet. That's why.
Well, I'm just saying it's like they have it, but they doesn't look like they've ever used it for any kind of streaming. And I'm like, dang it, I really want Fat Guy Gaming. But Agora Quest is actually, it came to me along like 2010ish or 2012ish. I was just after I was working at EA. I thought of a website I wanted to, because at the time I was into the play by mail, play by post type of stuff, and so I was going to build a website called Agora Quest, and Agora comes from the Greek term gathering place or whatever, right? A place to gather. And so I was, oh man, what a cool name for a website, Agora Quest. You go there and you do your play by post and you join games and all that stuff. So I just went ahead and went with that, and hopefully we'll keep this name. I don't foresee it. I already did some of the, as you can see in the corner, I've done a little bit of logo work and stuff just to kind of get it. And
did you say Greek?
Yes.
Oh, it says Agora means buy.
Is that what it means? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or purchase.
Yeah. Okay. If you just go to Wikipedia and hit the Agora was actually a term that came from Greek when it was sort of a gathering place for the people.
I see.
So
I was just using Greek to English translated.
I got you. That's all right, dude. Totally okay.
So you didn't go for the suggested secondary.
I saw that and I was like, man, that's like a really close second, dude. That was a really close second.
Adventures with Monkey Boogers wasn't
Adventures with Monkey Boogers. Exactly. I don't know why I didn't think of that at first, but I didn't, and therefore it didn't happen. So I'm getting kind of nervous here, as it's just you and me, and we don't have anybody else coming.
Just you and I.
Yeah, I'm just like, I think I'm going to put something out there and say, hey, in the
that's when you get your community to spend 10,000 tweets to create they can control it.
I removed that, but I can give it to people. I can do it for free, right? So they don't have to turn in coins to do that, because in order to initiate it, I have to initiate it from the VTT. So all I have to do is send the script down.
I used to follow this stream that you're doing D&D, and they let you cash in the points, and if you cashed in 10,000, you got to create an NPC for the group.
Agamarin, what's up, my brother? And everybody, this is our latest follower, Igerson, who unfollowed the channel because he had no idea that we had changed the name of the channel. And he's like, who the fuck are those guys? And so he just bailed on us. So, well, we are over the time when I'm supposed to have started. I was really kind of lingering to await some of our other players to arrive. But as of right now, it looks like it's just me and Monkey. So let's get this thing started.
I better log in. All right, since they're not here, I want to pickpocket everybody. Oh, natural 20 to Mikey. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that.
Nice. Thanks, Agora. Appreciate that.
We'll use it wisely.
Liar.
Hey, check off Ray Shields. Pretty good, huh?
And we're here. We made it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the inaugural, but not quite inaugural episode of Agora Quest, the stream formerly known as Parentland Adventures. I'm Sean, your host, still bringing you together with some of the finest gamers that the interwebs has to offer. We appreciate you guys spending your Friday evening with us. We know there's other places you can be, but there's no shit show like this shit show, and we know that's what brings you here. It's not for entertainment. We know you come back for a reason, and we're going to try to provide you with that as best as we possibly can. As of right now, it is Monkey, me, and welcome back from the dead, Paviskronos. What is going on, Adam, man? Before we get started, how you been, man? How's things?
I have been hella busy. Life has just been a series of clusterfucks for the past several months, it feels like.
You know, welcome to my world, dude. So, well, I'm glad you're able to make it. I know you have to work a little early tomorrow, but fortunately it's a short shift, and then you can go back and as old as you are, I know you probably need a lot of sleep. You're like, so yeah. So shotgun a couple 5-hour energy drinks. You will be good to go. Trust me. So anyway, man. Yeah, exactly. But dude, man, it is really, really good to see you. I'm glad you can make it. If for no other reason, and I really hate playing Wizards when the Wizards player is not around. So we have another natural 20 out there redeemed for us. Who's that for, Iger? Is that for the DM? Is because you love the DM? Is that who it's for? Damn it. Paviskro, you have been awarded a nat 20 from Iger as he's welcoming you back. Iger, by the way, is one of our first edition players. So thanks for that, dude. We appreciate it. Everybody's been saving up their tokens specifically for this game, I guess. So let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing and what has gone on in the past. Get Paviskro all caught up. Also, I do see, looks like Spartan has arrived. So at least we have our dwarf who can't see, but, you know, we'll work around that. Anyway.
I might be blind, but I lead the pack.
Exactly. So, as always, just some of the housekeeping stuff to get going before we get kicked off with the game. We're here every Monday night, 7:30 to 11:30 ish. That's our first edition game, and of course, every other Friday we are here, like tonight, to run our fifth edition game. Everything's in the world of Greyhawk. This particular game is set in the country of Perrinland and its surroundings, because I imagine eventually the party will begin to wander out the confines of the surrounding mountains that they currently live in. But for right now, we're in the world of, or the country, I should say, of Perrinland. I will shout out that I do need a player for my first edition game. So if you can help us out on Monday nights, reach out to me on our Discord or through Twitch here, or however you can try to get a hold of me, man. Just reach out and we'll see if we can get you into that game. We have a magic user who's unable to play with us anymore, but I've been carrying him along because that's just what I do. We need a meat shield, and therefore the wizard in first edition is our meat shield. He's the first one to run into combat with his darts, and yeah, it's been kind of fun. But yeah, we could always use a replacement player. If you guys get time, let me know. If you've been following this stream for a while, obviously we just switched our brand name, and I kind of explained it or alluded to it a little bit before we got started. Perrinland is a country in the world of Greyhawk setting. The rights and all that crap are owned by WotC, and I just, although I have very low probability that anything would ever come of it, I just want to make sure that it didn't. So I just wanted to get that name out of my stream title. Wasn't thinking about that when I first started doing this, but when we actually got people that watch us now, which I still have no idea why you guys show up other than it's going to be a shit show. I want to make sure that it doesn't come down or around sometime and somebody all of a sudden I get a cease and desist letter because of something silly. So that being said, we switched to Agora Quest. Agora coming from the Greek term that happens to I don't know if it has an exact term as far as how it translates, but basically it's a gathering place. And so I thought that would be a cool name because I really wanted Fat Guy Gaming. That was like my go-to. But somebody's got it already, and I'm not going to pay anybody to turn over the rights to their name. So anyway, if you've been following us for a while, you know that you can trade your gross marks, your Twitch tokens in for natural ones and natural 20s. We've already had a couple people give up the Monkey, you redeemed a natural 20 for who? You can't do it in our game, dude. Kind of confused on why you did that. But that's okay.
Maybe he's giving it to you.
Yes, it's okay. I'll allow that if the players want to give the DM. Heck yeah. But
no, I figured I'd use the points for something.
Okay. Yeah, because that's true. I forgot because you're in both games, so you can't really do anything with it. So, but yeah. So if you trade those tokens in, you can trade it in for a nat 1 or a nat 20, and basically that just means that the player or DM, whoever you give it to, any dice roll in the game they can replace with that roll. So for example, if they roll a natural 1 and they have a nat 20 in their back pocket, they can say, I want to swap out this nat 1 for a nat 20, so be it. Or it could be that they have a nat 1 in their pocket and say I hit them with a critical hit. Then they can say, oh, instead of getting hit with that nat 20, I want to replace the DM's roll with a nat 1. So we can get to do that. And our party, thanks, Iger. See, Iger's been saving up, man. He's going to blast me tonight, and the party's going to have like 60,000 natural 1s and 20s. But so right now I have it as Tarikas and Praviskro both have nat 20s, and the party has a nat 1. And Monkey, since you did redeem that, just because I love you, man, I'm going to let you give it to somebody else in the party. Who do you want to give that nat 20 to, Monkey? Anybody in the party can have it. Who do you want to give it to? Somebody that doesn't already have one? Or do you want to double up Paviskro, or what do you want to do?
Oh, I was just checking it out.
I know you
okay. I'll give it to the weakest guy.
So Ragnar. You've got four other choices, man. So you can give it to
the spellcaster.
Okay, so Praviskro. He's not like your weakest guy. Praviskro is like one of the strongest ones. So Praviskro now has 2 nat 20s. So anyway, you can do that if you so desire. Like I said, all you have to do is make sure that you give it to them before they actually need it. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then the typical stuff, man. If you haven't clicked follow, please do so. Trying to get our numbers up. We're at like 157 now or something like that. Look at that, 100 or 155 out of 200. 200 is my goal. Slowly working our way up the pipeline. So hopefully you guys will continue to spread the word and bring other people in here in order to check us out. But hopefully that'll be the case. If you're really feeling generous, obviously you can hit that subscribe button. Every dime that we make in this channel goes right back into the channel. I've said that 1,000 times because it's true. But if you're not one of those people that wants to have sort of recurring payment, first of all, you can subscribe just for a month and go into your Twitch subscriptions and just say, hey, I don't want to renew this. And it'll just stop at the end of the month that you subscribed or whenever the date is. But you can also go to the tip jar, man. If you're feeling generous, you just hit that tip jar. It's on our About page. Just go to the Twitch page right at the bottom under About. You just find the tip jar. It'll take you to the page. You can go through the process using PayPal or whatever their credit card processor is. It's a one-time payment. I think a minimum of $1 is what I got it set at. Look at just like that. Monkey has resubscribed. We definitely appreciate it, man. He only does it because he thinks I'll go easy on him if he's a subscriber, but it's not going to happen. But I appreciate that, dude. Really showing the love, man.
No problem. My finger slipped.
Yeah, your finger slipped. Okay, gotcha. Like I said, though, man, the tip jar is just an alternate way for you to make a one-time payment. The good thing about tip jar is it goes right to the stream. There's no middleman. There's like a small percentage that I think PayPal would take out or the payment processors get just their little cut. But that's how I got my stream deck, man. Had a very generous donor donated a Christmas gift to me, and I went out and got myself a stream deck, man. That was like, it blew me away that happened. But yeah, there's just all different kind of ways you can support the stream. But first and foremost, you're here, enjoy yourself, kick back, grab your beverage of choice, your favorite snack, put your feet up, and let's talk about the game. So for those that have been following, you know that our party recently was engaged in the destruction of a major artifact from days gone by, and once they completed that, they returned to their home community to discover that there was a young lady. Hey, look at there, we're getting close to the height trainer. Dude, you guys are awesome, man. I appreciate that, Sam. I definitely appreciate that. Our party started to get some downtime in the town of Kreistrich, which is sort of their base of operations, and they discovered a young gnome girl in the community had gone missing again. For this was not the first time that the party had to go save the young gnome, this girl's hide, and in doing so, they found a signet ring in an old mine shaft. And apparently, that signet ring belonged to an individual who was the mine manager, and his last name was Grossmilden. And so they took this signet ring, and they have been trying to figure out how to get the ring back to its rightful owners, because during their rescue mission to get the gnome girl, they came upon a spirit, an apparition, whatever you want to call it, who was trying to retrieve the ring that had been lost. And so the party, in retrieving the ring, elected to try to find its rightful owner. And so, having completed their major quest of destroying the Sturgeon Blood Totem, having saved this young gnomish girl's life, they returned to the city of Traft, gave their report to the Mages Guild, and immediately started trying to figure out what's up with this ring. And so going to the Great Traft Library, going to the Traft Historical Society, they discovered that there was a mining community in a town called Vermeilen. And in Vermeilen, decades ago, there was a major accident and a collapsing of the mine, and dozens of miners died. Some 30 miners, 30 plus miners died. And so the party went to travel there, and they discovered that after the mine had collapsed, strange things began to happen in town. People would go missing and people would go crazy. And over a period of just a few months, it was like the entire town just collapsed on itself, and a couple of people escaped, but for the most part, it appears that most people died. And so the party arriving in town began to investigate this little haunted-like community, and they discovered a graveyard where the initial front plots were, as you might expect, several over the course of many years. But the back end of the plot was just like somebody haphazardly dug a bunch of holes and started stuffing bodies, as if whoever was burying these were not able to keep up. Hey, thanks you guys for the cheers, man. I appreciate all the love tonight. And so, investigating a little further into the town, they discovered the mayor's mansion, and within the mayor's mansion, they were beset by an evil creature known as a meanlock. And now a meanlock is an evil little fae who sort of preys upon people by haunting their dreams and sort of causing or psychic attacks on them even during the day. And they discovered that is probably what happened to the town, as this horde of meanlocks came in and beset the town and basically drove everybody insane and killed them all. And the worst part is, according to the diary of the mayor that they read, it appears that somebody killed by a meanlock becomes a meanlock themselves. And so the party felt that there was probably maybe 30 or so meanlocks that potentially could be existing in this town and the nearby mine. But what they discovered for their quest that they felt was even more important was some information about the Grossmilden family. Now, Veldrin Grossmilden was the apparition that they met at the mine when they first found the ring. And they thought that perhaps no other family member existed that they might get this ring back to once they discovered what had happened in Vermillion. However, they discovered that young Crystal Grossmilden was actually still alive, and the mayor's wife and the mayor's children, along with this Crystal Grossmilden, were put on a wagon and actually sent back down to Vostren. And Vostren is sort of a small border town. It borders right on the edge of the mountains. It sort of leads along the trail up into Vermillion. So the party, taking the ring, went back to the town of Vostren, and that was where we left off when last we gamed. So I believe I have caught everybody up. It is currently the 12th day of Cold Even now. You guys arrived on the 11th. You arrived last evening, and you awaken to a brand new day here in the city or the town of Vostren. Again, the town of Vostren sits right along the rocky hills and lower mountains of the Klatspurs on the eastern edge of Perrenland. It's to the east of Traft. It's actually just outside the canton of Traft. It's not quite in the Traft. What's the word I'm looking for? It's their jurisdiction, if you will. So this is where we find ourselves now. And so I'm not really sure, Paviskro, when the last time you were with us, but are there any gaps missing that you may want clarified before we get going?
If I'm going to be completely honest, it has been quite a while, and
It has been a while.
It's going to be fuzzy until we get into it, but once we get into it, somebody else will take the lead, and I will eventually catch up, I'm sure.
Yep. I know you were
if you need them.
Yep, you were still
Absolutely.
in the middle. You were in the middle of us in the Underdark, I believe, when last we gamed together. So I definitely appreciate you coming back. And by the way, folks, we're like 74% to our first hype train. So I don't want to put it out there, but here we go. Now we're at 80%. Here we go. I need to get. I should be like a somebody that's at an auction or something like that. I need to get an auctioneer on my.
You need to get a hype man.
Yeah, I need to get a hype man, exactly. So I'll just start dropping coin myself to get myself over to hype. I'm not worried about it. So anyway, I appreciate it, guys. I'm not looking for that. I'm just appreciating the love you guys are showing. So as I said, you guys came down out of the hills last night. You left the town of Vermillion with the signet ring and with some of the information that you found at the mayor's house in the mayor's diary. You know that there is still a mine out there. You know that the Meanlocks are probably still around town. You were attacked by one within the mayor's house and managed to kill it. But you know that there are probably more around the community. Woo! Hype the train! Look at us go. Man, you guys are showing all the love. I appreciate it. Unexpected every time, man. I just don't know where you guys get the goodwill from. But you guys are now, again, as I said, it's the 12th day of Cold Even, common year 586. You're in a small community known as Vostern. It's a little walled town that sits at the base of the mountains, primarily a mining type of a community as mining goods come out of the hills. There's a little bit of agriculture in the area, but for the most part, lumber and stuff like that as well. Due to the fact that there is nearby waterways that they can float these things down through the canton of Traft over to Lake Clog and other such places. But you guys spent the night last night once again in the Bored Weasel, which is the main inn tavern in town. The day itself is cool. There is a fog that overhangs the air as you guys are sort of transitioning, or the region is transitioning between winter and spring. You still get some of those woo! Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Hey, Meth, how you doing, dude? Thanks for showing up. So anyway, this is where we pick off. I will stop talking and let our party decide what do we want to do. I guess I should just keep talking because our party doesn't know what they want to do.
I just took a bite of food. You are just like every waitress and waiter ever, Sean.
You know what? My wife has trained me well because she'll ask me questions the same way, and I'll be like stuffing my
see how
face
well you like
or
to
something.
tip afterward. All right, so remind me properly because I missed the very beginning of it, and I was busy setting up here. We are currently in Vostron right
That is
now.
correct. You are correct.
It's the following morning.
Yes, that is correct. You guys arrived last night. Originally, if you recall, when you arrived last night, you said you wanted to go see the Flower Girl, where you got because you went to the local central market and you got flowers, and you put those flowers on the gravestone of Lucas's spouse who died there. So you guys met Lucas, who is the owner / barkeep of this Bored Weasel. And he asked you guys to go find his wife's grave and lay flowers for him. And if you could happen to find the missing necklace that he had with her. But you guys did not find the necklace, but you did lay flowers on her gravesite. And you had sort of a chilly feeling as if this wind had passed through you guys, almost like the area around you was sighing when that happened and stuff. So that was sort of the effect that it had when you laid the flowers there. But when you came back
any
to
other
town
indication
last night,
from Paviscro that he may actually be possessed by a ghost, by a spirit or something, or is he normal now?
he has not had any. And you guys, since you killed the Meanlock and you left. Well, first of all, while you guys were sleeping, as you recall, you had all the nightmares and everybody woke up very disgruntled and distraught, and you failed your saves. Some of you, Paviscro, in fact, failed so badly he woke up with 2 levels of exhaustion, and a couple of you had 1 level of exhaustion. But it's been 3 days since that happened because it took you 3 days to travel out of the hills back down to Vostron, so nobody is still under the effects. However, since you guys left that area, you have not had any strange feelings. Like when you were in town, you would see something out of the corner of your eye and you'd look quickly and it'd be gone. Desmond, when you guys were near the graveyard, Desmond saw Paviscro sort of look over, and Paviscro had this really shadowy look over his whole face, and his eyes were almost a glowing red. So you thought perhaps he was possessed or something like that, but no. Everybody appears to be back the way they were.
And none of our sensory spells picked up anything. Okay. All right.
That is correct.
If it's morning,
It is morning.
I'm going to pick. At least Nilo is going to pick up by grabbing second breakfast.
Okay.
Then
Second
she's
breakfast.
going second breakfast, and then she's
Okay.
going to go find Flower Girl.
Okay. Awesome. So you guys are all eating your breakfast and whatnot, and as Nilo excuses herself to depart and head over for the local marketplace, the girl that you got the flowers from, let me see if I can find, I apologize, I didn't have her name handy, Astra. Astra was a young half-elfin woman. Well, she wasn't young. She was an older half-elf woman, probably in her 90s or even early 100s, when is how old she is now. She was obviously much younger way back in the day, but that was her name. Was the Flower Girl. So that's who you're going to look for. But when you guys watch as Nilo leaves, Lucas, the owner / barkeep, steps to you guys. And just to reiterate his description, he's an older fellow. He's human, dark skin, short curly white hair, has a little bit of a beard, has a very swarthy look to him, as if he'd been someone that worked outdoors for most of his life, but obviously now he's an indoors guy running this tavern and bar. But I said he's like probably in his mid 80s as a human, so he's very sort of slow moving, very gnarled looking, as he sort of steps over and he looks over the tables. Did you find my wife's grave? Were you able to lay flowers on her grave for me?
John, I think we dealt with this last session, actually.
Yeah.
Did you? I don't remember.
We spoke to him that night.
Oh, my fault. I apologize, because I actually went back and went through the stream really fast just to make sure I knew where we were, but I did not pick up that you guys had talked to him. So
It was the very end.
Was it?
Yeah.
See, now I
Unless they cast a spell of Groundhog Day on us.
Nope. That's a spell of Groundhog Day has occurred. A spell of Groundhog Day has occurred, but of course you got to remember he is 80 plus years old, so he probably doesn't remember. And I just wanted to make sure I got Praviskro involved in our conversations and stuff like that. So, so then, as you guys are eating your breakfast, he steps up to you guys and I wanna, as we step back a second, and instead of saying what he did say, I wanna thank you gentlemen again for what you did for me. Sure do wish you could have found that necklace, though. That was something she used to wear every time we go to our prayers. Every week she wore the same outfit, wore the same necklace. Sure wish you could have found it for me. But I appreciate what you done for me, and I'll never forget it.
I don't know about my companions, Catman, but I personally am of the opinion we should go back and clear out the town, and then maybe we could find it then.
Well, I would suggest at least. What does the necklace look like exactly?
It's just a silver chain that has a flower petal at the end of it. It used to hang so dainty on her neck. I can see it now when it would reflect in the sun. It's beautiful. It was her favorite thing. I remember leaving it up there. And I wish I would have remembered to get it before I had to get out of town.
We'll keep an eye on it. We're most likely going to be heading back soon.
Well, I appreciate that. As he steps away and goes about his business of cleaning tables and serving customers and whatnot. In
I
the
kinda look
meantime, oops, sorry, go ahead.
I look over at Desmond and I slowly whisper to him, "That is what you call a guilt trip." If you don't know what it looks like.
I'm trying to guilt you on anything.
I
He's planning
gotta
on
teach
guilting us.
social norms to the woodsman over here.
I mean, he is quite literally trying to guilt us into taking a trip. So
He kind of reiterated it like 3 times.
Sure wish you would have brought that back, but that's okay.
real nice if you did this thing for me.
The worst part about it is, since I wasn't in the session you guys talked to, only
No,
Niall and Desmond
what happened
would
was
know.
we didn't
What
go through
happened
any of the
was-
houses, so he probably left it in his house, and we never went to the houses.
I thought he said he left it at the grave, like it was wrapped around the gravestone.
No, he was actually saying that it was at their favorite sitting spot. I believe he told you guys that he had left it. She had taken it off and he had put it up in some place by their favorite sitting spot, and you guys never did find it.
I don't think we were there that session, at least me and Kreistrich. What was their secret spot? Or did
it wasn't a secret spot. It was their favorite. They used to sit right out there in the central square of town underneath the big oak tree. And used to sit there and just enjoy the day, you know.
Wait, the big oak tree. You mean where me and the cleric were having a discussion where he thought I was a cleric? Damn.
Something like that.
Don't take it too hard, Spartan. You never would have seen it anyways.
Listen here, you little shit. I see that second breakfast you stole.
So while you guys are enjoying your second breakfast, as Nilo calls it, Nilo, outside it is cold outside. It's early morning, sun having just come up, perhaps
That's
8
why
o'clock
the gods
or so.
made fur.
Yep, perhaps 8 o'clock or so. The temperature outside is probably in the low to mid 20s. Not much of a breeze blowing, fortunately blocked by the walls around this small town. But you work your way toward the central marketplace, and you can see that it is fairly busy even this early in the morning, as all of the farmers have arrived and they're working diligently to sell all of their goods, whether they be eggs, whether they be milk, whether they be other products that they've grown and are trying to sell at the marketplace. Very busy, very loud, very dirty. The town itself is all dirt roads, and of course the snow trampled along with the dirt sort of wets the ground beneath, causing it sort of slushy and muddy as you tramp through, seeking out the girl that you bought the flowers from. So give me an investigation. Actually, give me a perception check, please.
So for Sean, have you already handled the 3 natural 20s and a natural 1?
I have. Oh, I haven't handled them, but I actually saw them.
Okay, sorry. So
Yep,
do we know who got who?
Yep, we got them all.
All right.
The party has a nat 1, Tarikas has a nat 20, and Paviskro has 2 nat 20s.
Gotcha. Well, that's a welcome home gift right there.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Is that investigation?
Yes, please. No, perception.
Perception.
Yep.
I like that number.
Yes, you do. So working your way through the town is...
Work my way downtown.
Yeah. It's fairly easy once you sort of figure out how the place is laid out, because it's not that big, right? And eventually you come to see the girl Astra as she has this big basket of flowers as she's sort of moving through the crowd slowly. Excuse me, Mum. Excuse me, sir. Would you like some flowers? Fresh picked, fresh cut? And as soon as she sees you, she sort of stops. And it looks like almost like she can't believe you're there. Well, hello. You're back.
Yes, I understand your concern, but I told you we would be back, didn't I?
You did, but many people have said they were going to go to Vermilion and come back, and well, let's just say that you're one of the first.
Well, good news is we believe we know what may have happened. Um, perhaps you could point me to your constable, if you have one.
Oh, of course. The just over there at the garrison near the gate.
Thank you. And I'll go and buy a flower from you as well while I'm here.
1 copper piece.
Yep. Thank you again.
So, you say that you know what happened. Can you tell me? I have often wondered.
What released the Mylox again? It was a weak
So,
barrier, wasn't it?
yeah.
A
Yeah,
weak
so
barrier and a disaster.
right. So
Okay.
basically mean locks are attracted to fear, and so it's quite possible that the the town itself sits near a nexus of the Fey world.
Gotcha. Okay,
And
I
when the
get you.
tragedy happened, obviously all the fear in town, all the fear probably of the miners who were trapped beneath the cave-ins and stuff, attracted the Meanlocks, and because of the thinning barrier, they were able to pass across into our world. Even if just 1 or 2 of them made it, they began turning others into Meanlocks as well.
So, if our guesstimations are right, after the tragedy, some fey creatures managed to slip through.
Are they? Did you see them? Are they still there?
We believe some are still there, and we are hoping to grab some soldiers and go back.
I see. Well, good luck to you. I surely do not wish you to suffer the same fate of those of my kindred.
If everything goes according to plan, and there's no real evidence that it shouldn't, the town should be open for most to return, use it
That,
again, or pay their respects,
that would
free
be wonderful.
of danger.
That would be wonderful. Well, please come see me when you return. I would like to hear how things went.
Of course, she's gonna take the flower and she's gonna tuck it up on her armor, out in the open. So it's just like
Okay.
it's like slip through a buckle or something.
Gotcha.
And she's going to turn and head toward the constable.
Okay. It doesn't take you too long, and it's easy because you guys have seen the soldiers and stuff as
Actually,
you've come in and out of town.
I'm gonna grab the party first, or I'm gonna stop to the party first before I go to the constable.
Okay. Couple minutes later, so it's probably been maybe 15 minutes for you guys, 20 at the tops, as you're sitting there eating and discussing things, and then also obviously talking to Lucas. Nilo comes back through the door, sporting a flower on the front of her armor plate, sort of tucked in, just sort of sitting out there in the open. This nice little daffodil, wildflower-looking thing.
So you talked to the girl?
Oh, yes, I went to, see her so she knew that we're back. She was very concerned about us leaving.
Right. So, what is our next move to be?
Well, what we need to do is clear out the town. What we really need to do so these folks can no longer have to live in fear of what might come down from the town itself. Uh, we believe the Mylocks killed and transformed several of the townsfolk to their own race. So we got about we got about 20 to 30, maybe a little more, hanging around out there that we should probably clear out. And I was going to go talk to the constable about getting some guards to go with us so we have more folks.
Right. I'll accompany you for this, but what do we know about the Meanlocks so far?
They don't like light.
Of any sort, or just the sunlight?
They're weren't they fey entities to some
Yeah,
extent?
they're fey entities. They don't like light. I believe it's just bright light specifically. Oh, and they have you know how druids can step through trees. These can do it through shadows.
They're also not very durable, so they're kind of ambush predators, it looks like.
So, it might be wise for us to invest in some lanterns and perhaps
Oh yes.
some sticks that we can set torches upon that we can burn to effectively illuminate the town
and minimize our shadows. As long as there are
Yes.
shadows, they can virtually teleport to it.
It
Well,
only takes
yeah.
it only takes two torches to eliminate one shadow. So
We have 2 light spells. That might help too.
yeah, perhaps I can provide each of us with enough illumination to cancel out our shadows. We can use the light spells to be more portable, to illuminate a wider area. And if we buy some stakes that we can place a torch upon, we could probably light up most of the village fairly cheaply.
I think
Don't really need to light up that much of the village though. If it's during the day when we arrive.
I'm sure, but the sun does cast a shadow.
Well, that's kind of the reason I hired Eddie, Garth, and Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Privisco wasn't here for them, were they? Wasn't he?
No, he was not.
Desmond hired. He got 3 hirelings to serve as extra hands.
Nice.
And he has 2
2 dogs.
2 pups that he's training to be hounds.
Very nice. Yeah. Very, very nice.
And by the way, Desmond, remind me on the after party we're going to talk about what we talked about over Discord that I sort of dropped the ball on. So the other thing I want to note too, and I know that Perviskro specifically would not have forgotten this. I don't think anybody really would, but I know you guys. It's been a couple weeks, but the Meanlocks also they give off an aura of fear for those that are close to them.
Is it based on sight, or is it just if you're near them?
Anything within a certain certain range of them. It doesn't say anything about sight.
If I recall correctly, we all suffered the effect as soon as we were about to strike it in melee.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, one person made it, so that's what kind of helped out. But any beast or creature that starts its turn within 10 feet has to make a DC 11 Wisdom save or be frightened until the start of the creature's next turn.
Is this one of those? Is this one of those fear effects that once you shake it off, you're good, or is this one of those that is persistent and keeps coming back?
Persistent and keeps coming back.
All right. Would Paviskro know of any potions, either magical or non-magical?
Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah. Okay. That might be. Yeah, I'm looking for something that might be able to, if not make us immune to that sort of effect for a time.
I believe the most valid source for that will be through a paladin, but we don't have one.
I'm attempting to make this check on here. I'm still a little new to Foundry.
That's good.
I'll add a D4 to this because I'm using guidance.
Okay, well that's a 27 then, or at least if you roll a D4.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yep. Yeah, 27.
Nice.
So you're not really sure about spell. You know that there are spells that can remove fear and stuff like that. But you're not really positive. There might be potions that sort of raise I don't know. I didn't even know. Does 5th edition have a potion of heroism?
It does, actually.
Technically, they have potions for most spells.
Yeah.
They just don't have prices really for them.
Right.
They do. They're just outrageous.
Yeah.
So I have a
there
recommendation.
Okay.
If you need something to tackle fear, he sets a bottle of alcohol down in front of him. I shit you not. The rules for 5e, you get it. I think you're immune to fear effects you have advantage if you're drunk.
That's not true.
Is it advantage?
No, you must be thinking of a different. You're thinking of some.
You're thinking about our house, where you're thinking of Pathfinder. Remember who you usually play with. Is Barbarian have advantage or immune to fear and a rage?
I think certain types. I think the Berserker might get some sort of effect like that.
No, no, as far as we're concerned, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, so I don't really. So again, you know that there are probably spells out there, but I don't know anything. Now, if you want to do a Google search while we're playing, and you want to find something that would work, then that's what you would know. But I don't know off the top of my head. I'm thinking of some of the old school ways that, Nilo said, berserkers, barbarians that are raging and stuff have advantage on certain checks and stuff like that, right? So maybe a certain feat, but I don't know of any spell off the top of my head that other than remove fear.
I actually do know of one that I believe would work for us. The only question is if we'd be able to purchase scrolls and then cast them.
Right.
Because it's not on my spell list.
Right.
But I know the heroism spell does make you immune to the frightened condition. It's a first level spell.
Is that a cleric spell or a paladin spell?
It's a bard and paladin spell.
Bard and paladin. What about
And certain types of clerics can access it. Order domain, peace domain, oath of glory, battlesmith, and a certain type of artificer can access it. So one might argue that it is on my spell list because I am a first level artificer. That's open for debate, though.
I mean, if we need something else, there's always bless.
That would help. That would definitely help with the saves.
Yeah.
That targets for 3 people. We only have 3 melee people.
He's right.
That's true. That doesn't mean that our ranged characters are immune, that Seer doesn't harm them, but
they're not obviously, but them moving out of combat is safer than us.
Yeah. It's a 10-foot range, right? So you know that within.
Let me just ask you, because I know every DM kind of runs their scrolls differently. If I had a scroll of heroism, would I be able to cast it, or would I have to be a bard or a paladin?
Gosh, that's a good question. I have always said that if you even if you don't have it, you like thieves used to be able to cast them all the time. I'm gonna have to say that if you have a spell, a scroll, you should be of the caster type that's supposed to cast that spell.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, and I thought there was an intelligent roll on if you could pass it.
What about the level?
I think that's if it's a spell that's higher level but on your list. So, like, if I wanted to cast a 5th level wizard spell, I'd need to make an intelligence or arcana check of some sort.
Right.
Okay. That was that question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Is there any chance of finding a potion that can bestow the same effects, or no?
Yes, I am a believer that any spell that is out there, a potion can be made to do the same thing. It's just the cost, right? And I've always said the cost of the potion would match whatever the cost of the spell should be.
Okay.
So if it's a $200 spell or a 200 gold piece spell, then it'd be a 200 gold piece potion, etc.
Okay. I believe this cost for a first level spell scroll is 50 gold. That's what I'm pretty sure we were going.
Right.
By.
So then you're talking a potion that would help you with fear would be give or take 50 gold if you could get it in this town.
All right. I think Paviskra would definitely like to spend some time doing that once we split to go about our separate task.
Okay.
As well as would it cost extra to get a torch that has like a stake on the bottom so that you could like stake it into the ground, or would it just cost the same as a torch, which is like a copper piece?
That's kind of
I'm just gonna say it's a regular torch cost. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be that much more to have a stake on the bottom, because you could do the same thing with the python, right? You just stick it to it or find some way to fasten it to it or whatever.
Lash it on there, or you can just put or you can just
sharpen the end of it.
Yeah, sharpen the end of the torch.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna go say, oh, you got to spend an extra gold piece for it now. Copper piece for a torch.
Fair enough.
So are we staying in town overnight or anything? Is that what's going on?
I think so, because after we go to the constable, he's still gonna have to gather he's gonna have to rally his troops, and we have to shop for supplies and make sure that's all packed and ordered before we go back. So probably another night.
Does everybody have their coins split up? Did you guys ever
split up?
No.
I can't remember if you guys
added my coins. No.
Yeah.
I saw on the chat
I did.
There was 500 gold pieces in a satchel per party member, as well as 112 gold, 1 silver, 9 copper per party member. Figley gets an extra 10 apparently for something. That's so I added those to my character sheet because I definitely did not have those.
Yeah, I didn't update any of your stuff, so I didn't want to touch your character.
Yeah, no, we didn't get anything new. At least not that I can see.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I just want to make sure that everybody has all their sheets updated with their coin and stuff when you go start buying stuff.
Where would I find that at?
It's in the Paraland loot channel. I also noticed there's some unidentified chainmail. I do have the identify spell. Could I have identified that?
Yeah, we didn't sell it. Best of my knowledge, we didn't sell it. Yeah, I don't think we did.
I could use more food.
I think we meant to just have you identify, but we forgot all about it.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's like he's here. He has identified. Suppose just have a virtual cast in, and we just got sidetracked with something else.
Do you remember where you found that chainmail at?
It was on the 18th of February.
No,
I was not there.
It was the 4th of February, actually.
It was the 3 cure wounds potions.
Yeah, you had 3 cure
We
wounds
found it in the
potions.
mine?
Was it in the mine? Okay.
Yes, it was the bottom of the hole.
Yeah, we found it in that fucking in the nest filled with like dried out corpses, I think.
All right, give me just a second because I'm dumb and I didn't identify it on the notes that I should have. So give me a.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, let me go.
DM's away. Time to party.
So I don't remember if I ever actually added that 500 gold to my character sheet.
Do you have less than 500 gold?
I think you do because you bought 2 hounds and you hired the 2 guys with you. Or 3 guys.
The hounds were cheap. The hounds were under 2 gold pieces.
Oh.
Because they're puppies.
Yep.
And the guys I paid like 50 gold pieces for.
Speaking of which, do you have to pay for food for them?
I bought them rations and stuff. But yeah, I've been trying to pay for gold. That's why I was asking about 500 gold because I don't know if I.
What's your gold at?
4.
4 gold.
I think you.
I think you missed it because I'm at 143 gold.
Okay.
So
I'll add that on now.
Go ahead and make the note. Holy cow, Mike! I'm telling you, man. I'm sorry. I look at my screen. My computer monitor is really starting to wig out. I think it's either crashing or like maybe the one of the switches is jacked up, whatever. But it's like my main screen is split in half now. So it's like instead of one big screen, it's like it shifted it over halfway. So now. Like the left-hand side's on the right and the right-hand side's on the left. Isn't that kind of fun? It'll go back to normal eventually. Anyway, while you were taking the time to do the identify Paviskro, you discover that this chainmail armor, first of all, it gives you a +1 bonus to your armor class while you're wearing it. And also, while wearing this armor, climbing does not cost extra movement. So you can climb just like a spider. So you can move at your normal speed climbing walls. It doesn't give you the ability. It does not give you. It doesn't give you. Yeah, it doesn't give you like special spider climbing ability.
Got it.
You still have to be able to climb, but you don't. It doesn't cost any extra movement to climb.
Climb at full movement speed with check.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, assuming there is a check for whatever we're climbing.
What does the armor classify as?
It's actually called
chainmail.
Chainmail of the Spider is what it's called.
Okay.
Just want to let you know there's still
What's that?
Still want to let you know if there's any doubt. Scrolls, anyone can cast a scroll. You don't need any prerequisites other than being able to read the written language that it's written in.
Is that what the Raw says?
Yeah, that's what the Dungeon Master guy says for 5th edition. On page 159 or 139.
See if I can get my. Sorry, I had to stand up and move. Hopefully, I didn't bump it too badly. My camera, I mean, it was driving me crazy. My screen was split. So, anyway, so while you are doing that identify and stuff, and before you get out to go look for potions and whatnot, Paviskro, Nilo, it takes you a few minutes to walk through the town, eventually arriving at was obviously the garrison. You can see that the patrols coming in and out of the building. You see the watch manning the gates as they sort of go through their daily routine and whatnot. And as you step into where the garrison itself is, a soldier sort of steps up, has a spear in hand, and sort of plants it on the ground. Hold up there. State your business.
Did anybody else come with me? I know Paviskro was going to go, but now he's doing the identify. Anyone else though?
I'll go with you. Might as well.
Okay.
You need somebody to pull you out of the fire.
Nilo, I'm here to speak to your constable about perhaps getting the recruitment of some of your men to clear out the town up ahead.
Clear up what town exactly?
I suddenly forgot the name of the town.
Vermilion.
Vermilion, actually.
Vermilion. Vermilion is not even a town anymore. People don't live there. Why would we want to send troops there?
Well, we have already gone and come back from the town. We know what the problem is, but
Okay.
we cannot take care of it alone.
See.
But if the town were to be cleared, folks can move in again, and the folks here can honor the dead. Better than just simply praying for them. They'd be able to visit their graves again. Peace of
Okay.
mind.
Follow me as he leads you into the barracks. Eventually, you find yourself before the constable, the sergeant at arms, the captain of the guard, whatever you want to consider him in this small community. He's probably in his 50s, rather sturdy looking. You can see he's got a few scars here and there to indicate that he's seen his share of combat and whatnot. He wears a breastplate, plain leather breeches, has a fur cloak that's sort of hung up on a hook behind his desk as he sort of stands to greet you. Sort of a big square jaw. So my men say you're looking for what now?
My companions and I have just returned from a island.
Aye, that much I got.
So we have discovered that the town was actually attacked by a couple creatures called meanlocks. Never heard of them before. They're creatures of the Feywild, and they oftentimes pass through the thin barriers of the plains when there's a lot of stress and fear.
Okay, get to the point. You're speaking all of this religious mumbo jumbo gobbledygook.
We know a rough count of how many there are, and if the town is cleared out, it can be used again. Folks can honor their dead. However, the five of us can handle it alone.
You're looking for me to give you men so they can go traipsing off 3 days into the mountains on some ghost chase?
A ghost chase? No.
Folks aren't living there now. There's no sense. I don't think there's probably but a handful of folks still living that may even know what that place was or what it was there for.
Well,
so
it used to be a lucrative mine. If you manage to reopen it, maybe you can get a percentage of the profits.
As you sort of roll a persuasion.
You know I'm bad at that. I know I'm bad at that. But let me try. It's been a while. Is that a 1?
That is a 1.
Didn't we have a crit somewhere?
Did the party have a natural 1 or a natural 20?
No, the party has a natural 1.
I've got a couple 20s.
Paviskaro and Tarikas have natural 20s.
Yes. How am I going to get punched in the face today, Sean?
No. As he rolls his own. Look, I can understand it, what you're looking for, but let me ask you something. You know there's a dragon flying about out there somewhere, right?
Yeah,
Down
but
south.
And so why am I wanting to take my men that can be here to help fortify and protect this town with living folk here and now and send them with you 3 days into the mountains, into the gods knows what. And then something happens and those men aren't available to help protect and defend their own town. That it doesn't make sense to me. Now, that being said, how about we come to some sort of a deal and you work for the town and go clean it yourselves and maybe make a little coin on the side?
Well, we can't exactly stay here to invest in anything, Milo, so An agreement's probably better off in the long run.
It's a shame. Very well. Well, thank you for at least giving us your time, sir. And she's going to give a salute.
He gives a salute back. If then you're interested in working for the town, I'm telling you, we can spare a little bit of coin for you to go out there and do it for us.
Yes, we do have other duties to get to, though.
As you were.
All right.
As he goes back to business and...
Ragnar.
Ragnar's kind of confused, but he'll follow you for the moment.
Okay.
As we're walking away from the building, I just look at you. So we're doing this for free?
No, we don't have the soldiers. So we don't have enough. There's 5 of us cannot even attempt to clear out all of those by ourselves. We would need the men to do it, and he's not offering the men. He's offering to pay us to do it.
I mean, from what I understand, those things are pretty fragile.
Yes, but I'm more concerned if several of them start ganging up on us.
Doesn't Pavistro have AoE spells?
He does, but they would hit us too. And remember that the effect would pour fear into us. If all of us get hit by that, and there's multiple ones around us, I don't feel gambling my life on such a small bet. If I had more soldiers with me, no problem. But just the
To be
5 of
quite
us.
honest with you, Nilo, having more people against something that's you're scared will essentially paralyze us with multiple casts of fear in an AoE. I don't think random soldiers we find are going to have the sterner stuff in order to get around that.
No, but it's more bodies.
I mean, yeah, but that doesn't mean your life isn't any less at risk. That's just a gamble of who gets attacked.
It's more so you're less likely to get ganged up by 3, 4, 5 of them at one time. You got other folks watching your back.
Possibly, or, we could set traps. If they try to come at us in a number, they still have to get around the traps. And with us having, light sources, they're kind of limited on where they can go.
We'll talk with the others about that. I'm pretty sure that offer is not fully off the table, but we'd have to do it alone no matter what.
I kind of expected us to do it to begin with, to be honest with you. This hasn't really changed what I think about it.
I'm fine with doing it alone.
Why we're doing it, though. Aren't we here to find, what was it? The relative of the person that died?
Yeah, we did not. Yeah. Oh, we did. Yes,
you
that's
got
right.
her name. So just as a refresher, and I know you guys have this, just because you had the mayor's diary. The mayor's last name was Duvezin, Duvezin, Duvezin. That was a mayor's last name. Mayor Duvezin's wife, as well as their children, escaped from Vermeulen and came down to Vostren. Now, where they went from there, you don't know, or if they went from there, you don't know. But they also brought the last surviving child of the Grossmilden family. And the Grossmilden family is the family who owns the ring. And so their daughter, Crystal, joined the Duvezin family, and escaped town during all the ruckus.
Yes, so we also have to find the last main member. We might be able to find him in the records. But that should be handled by Paviskro and I.
We could probably send, what's his name, Tarikas? We can ask him to go to the local church and look at the marriage records. If she stayed in the town, she probably would have gotten married.
You are right. We can try that. We'll probably head back to the inn, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We're going to head back there, Sean.
Okay, so while you guys are walking back, Paviskro, finishing up your investigation of the chainmail and discovering what it is, you now are free to move about the cabin, so to speak. Where did you want to go?
So, forgive me because I've not received a full introduction to this town, but Paviskro would like to inquire if there are any places where he might purchase potions, be it an apothecary or perhaps from the church itself. And also perhaps if there might be a place where he might be able to purchase a spell scroll.
So, go ahead first of all and give me a investigation check as you investigate and discuss and talk with people to see what you might be able to find, and we'll go from there.
All right. There's investigation check of a total of 15.
Okay.
I am going to add a d4 to it from guidance for a total of 16.
16. All right. So, searching around town, you discover that there's not much in the way of magic. There is a druid in town who helps because of the fact that it is such a difficult place to grow. There is a druid who has his hands full with some of the local farmers and some of the crops that they have to grow, but no magics per se. As far as like apothecaries and stuff, yes, there are a couple of places in town that provide mostly healing salves and ointments and stuff like that. So if you're looking for that type of a thing, potion-wise, that might be a place to look. And of course, there is only one major church in town. It deals with the whole Flan set of church from Pelor on down, right? And so, which is typical within the small farming communities where you've got one church with several deities under the roof, so to speak. So,
Right.
possibly you could get healing potions and stuff there, but that's kind of where you want to start.
Is the church by chance closer to the tavern than the apothecaries? Because I wouldn't mind stopping there first.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Would the church by chance be closer to the place we are currently staying, or
Sure.
is that further away? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Then in that case, I think
don't have a
that would
map of
actually
town
probably
either.
be because this spell that I am looking for a potion version of is a paladin spell.
Okay.
I am hoping that the church might be able to hook me up with something like that, and if not, then maybe I pick up a healing potion or two. Who knows? So Previsco will make his way there first to inquire about that.
So you approach the church, and as you enter in, it's more like a large shrine. It's not even like, I mean, you've seen the Church of Pelor in Traft when you guys dropped off the young Gilly girl to be cured of her werewolf, her lycanthropy, and that was a church. This, not so much. Although it is well made, it is well fashioned stone. It still has a lot of wood features and thatch roof type stuff. So it still has that sort of small town feel to it. But as you step inside, it is a well ornate and decorated place. The floors themselves are solid stone and smooth tile on top, very clean, very pristine white. The pews themselves are made of well fashioned and well kept. So while the outside doesn't look like much, the inside definitely looks like a place that you would want to worship. You're greeted almost immediately coming through the door as a pair of young acolyte boys step up with their typical white robes and white sashes, sandaled feet, hair cropped very short, as they sort of bow slightly to you and say, "Well met, good sir. How may we be assistance? We are here to help you with all of your spiritual guided needs."
I appreciate the welcome. Do you have someone who might be amongst your I do not know the word, it escapes me, but someone within the church who might be able to craft potions for soldiers of your faith?
Well, this would be under the purview of the headmaster, sir. Would you like to speak with him? I can go get him directly.
That would be wonderful if he's not too busy.
Oh, of course. As one of them sort of turns to leave, the other sort of stays, and he looks. He's a young, like I said, young kid, maybe 15, 16 years old. Still has sort of or he's still in the throes of acne and stuff on his face, and has these bright blue eyes, and he's just sort of looking at you with this wonder as you're standing there as this hero looking type of individual, as he begins to sort of look around a little bit, not really sure what to say. And he's like, so, what brings you to our fair community, sir? We do not get many as yourselves. Surely you are a soldier of some type. Have you recently fought in the war?
I do not like to talk about my time in the war, but let's just say we heard there was a village nearby that needed our help, and so we are here.
Oh. If I may be so as bold to ask you, are there a number of potions that you are seeking? For, as you know, the church is always accepting in the tithing to help replenish our supplies.
Of course, and I'm more than willing to make a tithe if, in exchange, especially once we have
He sort of
finished
smiles at that when as soon as you say you're willing to pay, he just smiles. He's like, woo! Yeah. It takes a few minutes when an older gentleman being escorted by the first boy, and he's wearing more of the silver and blue traditional, the white and the gold of Pelor. You can see he has the symbol of the sun god about his neck, and he walks and steps up to you. Just like the younger boy, he has these bright blue eyes, but he's got more of a refined features. Is rather thin, but he has a sort of a tail of a beard that sort of hangs down. Doesn't look like it grows very thick, but he's got it sort of combed and brushed and waxed neatly, so it comes to a sharp point. He sort of nods. He goes, "Welcome, sir. I am Curtis, a headmaster of this place. How I may be helping you?"
Hello, Curtis. Myself and my companions, we are hoping to rid a nearby village of some evil fae that have moved into the area. We do find, however, that they are capable of imposing a supernatural fear upon those who are nearby. And I was hoping perhaps you might have something that we could use to circumvent this, to inure ourselves to this magical fear that is placed upon us.
You know what is best for fear? Faith. Faith, my son, from inside can drive away all evil. Nothing can touch you when you have the faith and the love of our beloved Father bestowed upon you. So, if that is what you need, I would be more than happy to say a prayer with you to our Lord and Father.
I am happy to receive a prayer, but I was hoping that perhaps you might have something as well that we could take with us, perhaps a potion that your paladins might use, before they go into battle or anything of that nature. If you do not, it is fine. But
I, in fact, do have one of these that I came upon during the war, but never had need for using it. But it is, what shall we say, a favorite of mine, and I am not sure I would be willing to part with it so easily. What is it your offer for this?
If this is in fact a potion that would inure one to fear, I would be more than happy to pay a fair market price for it, and perhaps upon completion of our job, should we have no losses, I would be more than happy to make an additional tithe to your church.
Roll a persuasion with advantage for me.
I will make an additional tithe to your church afterward.
Not necessarily the best at persuasion. So it's going to be a 12 total. It's not terrible.
This is kind of the theme of this game, since we don't have...
Yeah, the half-orc is the face of the party, too.
I know, it's hilarious. As he sort I could be persuaded, but instead of an additional tithe, would you be willing to undertake perhaps a mission for my small church here?
I would have to know the specifics, and I would have to consult with my peers, but I have no issue.
Of course. Of course, if you are willing to do so. This is on the other side of the mountains, by the way. It is over on the forested side, on the elven side, if you are so inclined. However, if you are for 50 gold, I can part with this potion, and then we can discuss the additional if you wish to undertake it when you return.
Yes, I will certainly consult with my peers, and if you would write the details of it out for us so that we can better...
to make it even easier for you to accept, how about I give this to you for 30 gold, and then you agree to undertake my mission.
Yes, unless my peers have some sort of terrible objection to it, I have no problem doing that, and I will, if they should, for some reason, object, I will still do the best I can to complete your mission for you.
Very well. I shall draw up the details. I shall go get the potion. You go speak with your friends. You let me know. So if you wish not to undertake the mission, then it is 50 gold. If you wish to undertake the mission, then it is 30 gold.
How about this? We should discuss the mission, I believe, once our current one is done. You know, it would do us no good to discuss it if we all die. So I will give you the 50 gold now, and if we do the mission, perhaps we discuss what happens with the other 20. How does that sound?
Okay. I can agree with.
Yeah. My goal is to leave with the potion now, and then we can discuss the mission another time.
Okay. This is acceptable. As he leaves and he comes back and he hands you the potion.
All right. And this is a potion of heroism I can add to my inventory? Not a potion of heroism, but a potion of this, the other potion of heroism, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, I got it. All right.
So, that being completed, you eventually find yourself headed where? Are you going back to the...
I'm going to go... Well, my goal was to find multiples of these. I understand that he only found one.
Right.
He only had one in his possessions.
Right.
That doesn't mean the apothecary won't have any, so I'm going to stop by a couple of those places. You said there were a few in town?
Yep, there are two other apothecaries in town that potentially could... So close. So you spend the next hour or so going to the two apothecaries and sort of discussing whatever the apothecaries have in theirs. And as indicated initially when you heard about them, the majority of what they have has to do with like salves. They have healing kits available. They have salves that help with wounds. They do have actually a couple of anti-poison potions that will help with any venomous bites and stuff to eliminate the poison condition, if you will. They do have that, but nothing that relates on the fear. It's mostly druidical type stuff that you find in both of these apothecaries, because that's what they have the most need for.
All right, fair enough. How much does a potion of healing go for around here? Or
50 gold, standard bulk price.
You said they had ointments. Would they have? I know there's a healing ointment magic item that's like a potion.
Isn't that? Well, I always used to know Kyotom's ointment.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's no.
Kyotom's ointment. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that. It's just regular healing potion. I would say the salves would be to the effect of giving you an extra hit die of healing back when you're sort of healing yourself up from wounds and stuff like that.
So
that
wait,
stuff.
What the salves are like? Get an extra hit dice back when you take a short rest or something? Or?
Well, so let's say let's say that you're sort of like a, like you get a healing spell cast on you. But instead of a healing spell, you put the salve on and you just roll a hit dice and get some of those hit die back, some of those hit points back. So you don't have to do it on a short rest, but you just would just whenever you do it, it's a salve that like heals your wounds and stuff.
Got it. So it lets you use one of your hit dice, or
it gives you a hit dice. It's just like a healing spell, but instead of a cure light wounds or whatever, or cure wounds, it's just a roll a hit dice to get some hit points back.
Okay, how much does one of those cost?
50 gold, just like a healing potion.
Yeah, the healing potion's a better investment.
No, yeah, you're right. Take it back. Let's make it
I'll,
half price. 25 gold for the hit die one. 50 gold for the cure wounds.
Yeah, okay. I'll buy a couple of those.
Okay. So basically 2 healing salves and a. Are you going to buy any healing potions at all?
No, I have one in my inventory currently, and I'll hold on to that one for now.
All right, so for 50 gold, you get 2 healing salves.
That one's good.
So, unfortunately, you're not able to find what you wanted, but it is now roughly 11 o'clock in the morning. In the meantime, I know Ragnar, you and Nilo went to talk to the the garrison. Desmond and Tarikas. Are you back, Tarikas? I know you had to step out for a second.
Yeah, I'm here.
Anything that you guys wanted to do while you were waiting for these guys? Because it looks like it's going to be a couple hours for these guys to come back.
I'm
just.
Tag, you're it. Go ahead, Tarikas. Go.
No, I'm just gathering my equipment and looking through my inventory and trying to figure out if I should invest, look for a place for purchasing of any type of holy water, or being able to see if there's any religious outfits in this area. If I haven't discovered, I think I thought that guy that I had gone to before when I first. Is this the same place? This is a different place.
No, a different place.
Okay, so I'm gonna see if there's, or hear word if there's anybody that's related to Saint Cuthbert, a following of any sort.
Okay.
Or stores that cater to those kind of abilities.
All right, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me with disadvantage.
Okay. Investigation with disadvantage.
Yes, sir.
So I will spend the time that they're all working on that, working with the dogs, which I know we're going to discuss later. Yep. And I'm going to send Samuel, see if he can find some place where we can buy a few hand axes.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely easy to find because there is a trade store. There's a couple different stores that do trading and stuff like that. So very easy to find it. So unfortunately, Tarikas, while you do find that there is a small unmanned shrine dedicated to St. Cuthbert, there is no religion in town and no place that caters to anything religious in that nature. Most of the stuff that you see is dedicated to what's known as the Old Church, or Old Kirk, as they call it, in Perrinland. And as I said, it's basically Flan-based deities. Pelor, Mayaheim, Biori, the earth gods and stuff like that. So, but nothing for St. Cuthbert, at least not in this smaller town. Traft did have one, but this town does not, unfortunately. So,
all right. Well, then I'm also going to be looking for. Are there slings in 5e?
Yes.
Yes, there are.
Yes, all right. I'm going to look to see where I can purchase slings and a couple. Exchange find some silver bullets of some sort.
Okay. So you don't find anything where they deal in silver per se, but you do find regular sling bullets and whatnot at the trading stores. Like I said, there's a couple different trading stores here in town. Obviously, they deal with a very, as I said last session, a very blue collar type of environment. So, okay. My screen was spinning, and it's like, my stream getting ready to go down, but it doesn't look like anything. It's still showing green. So, had a few drop frames for some reason.
The camera's not working.
Yeah. I was saying it's like my internet sort of dropping on me. I'm like, what the heck's going on? And we're back, we're gone, we're back, we're gone. Welcome to the shit show, folks. Here we go. This is the time that it starts. Woo-hoo! So at least you can hear me. So I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna stop and see if I can restart. That is absolutely weird. For some reason. Yeah, there's something going on, man. Give me just a second, folks, if you can hear me out on the stream. Hopefully it's not dead out there. I'm trying to get my camera back up. I may have to switch cameras here. Give me a sec. Kind of bums me out. I really don't like this camera as much as my other one, so brighten that up, and there we go. Let's close that down. I don't know why all of a sudden it died on me. You can see my camera out there now. We good out there now? I'm seeing a lot of drops, man. Yeah, I had to switch my cameras. I apologize. I was using my phone for my camera. It was working great, but this is the first time that I've actually had internet problems. It's like I'm watching it go red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green. So if I freeze out there, I apologize. If my stream dies out there, I apologize, folks. But it's not my fault. I blame Monkey. So we're all going to blame. Yes, that's exactly what it was, Creep. We broke the internet. Damn it. I'm watching it now, and my screen has been... I have literally had a couple issues with my internet here recently, and I don't know why. It's like I've had it with work. I've had it here at... I should say while I'm working. So this is what I said. You guys don't come here because you enjoy the entertainment. You come here to see what kind of a shit show I'm going to put on. And we're going to pull out all stops tonight, apparently. So anyway, bottom line is, Monkey, you are able to find a small shrine dedicated to your god, Saint Cuthbert, but unfortunately there is no like big overblown church or anything like that. But you do manage to find in the trading stores various small weapons. They have daggers, short swords, long swords, and weapons of that nature. The hand axes, Desmond, I know you were talking hand axes, so whatever the PHP guidance for pricing is, that's what we're going to go with. So
do they have 8 of them on hand?
Yeah, we can get 8 of them. Yeah, darling,
Okay.
I know it's off for some reason. Like I said, my internet is sort of zoning in and out, and that's what's happening. So I don't know what's going on, but we might take a break early, guys, if you don't mind. It's coming up on 9 o'clock. Usually we break at 9:30, but if you don't mind, I want to take a break at 9 o'clock. Once I finish up with you guys here, we'll take an early break, and then I'm going to reboot to get my interwebs to see what the hell's going on, because it's really irritating me watching it. And I know it. You know, I feel what Darling Creep Show out there is saying is because whenever I watch her stream, if I'm in her Discord listening, it's like it's off between the Discord and the stream. So na getting what you give now, huh? So anyway, I apologize for whatever's going on with my internet here. Really irritates me because when I did a speed test right before it started, I was getting 530 coming across my Wi-Fi. So obviously it's not getting that right now, but we'll be back. I'm going to... The stream's probably going to die, but I'm going to go ahead and switch over right now to our... where are we? I'm going to switch over to our break mode right now for those that
Discover epidemics.
know.
Get the safest
I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm doing this because the internet's going to die here in a second when I reboot, but yeah, I really wish I could figure out what the hell is going on. But we'll be back in about 15 minutes, give or take, so be back at, say, well, it's a little more now. Let's come back at 9:15, and then we'll pick it up. I apologize again. The stream's probably going to die because I'm going to have to reboot, but just give me like 2 or 3 minutes to get the stream back up. Hopefully it won't be too long. Kind of irritates me that this is happening, damn it. Hasn't happened in a while, so like I said, there's always something on a show that's a matter of going to give us a hard time.
Because I'm here.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. between you and Creep Show, man. You guys, it's like she's never here. We always have to go to her. Now she's coming to us, and now it just threw my whole game off. It's just exactly what happened. But yeah, folks, I'll be back in a few. And again, I really apologize. So I just want to make sure that we can try to stabilize this before the rest of the show craps out. So I'll be back in a minute.